Who was the first Indian to cross the British Channel? MIHIR Sen. Who was the first naval chief of India? Ram Das KATARI. Who was the first Air Chief Marshal of India? SUBROTO MUKERJEE. Who was the first Finance Minister of our India? SHANMUKHAM CHETTY. Who was the first Chief Marshal of India? Kodandera Madappa Kariyappa. Who was the first person who received Param Vir Chakra? Major Somnath Sharma. Who was the first Home Minister of our India? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Who was the first person go into space from India? Rakesh Sharma. Who was the first Lok Sabha Speaker of India? Ganesh Vasudev Mavalankar. Who was the first Vice President of India? SARVEPALLI RADHAKRISHNA. Who was the first Governor General of India? C. Rajagopalachari. Who was the first Defence Minister of India? BALDEV Singh. Who was the first person from India to receive Nobel Prize in Medicine? GOVIND KHORANA. Who was the first person to receive Stalin now Lenin Peace Prize Award? Saifuddin Kichlu. Who was the first Education Minister of India? MAULANA ABUL KALAM AZAD. Who was the first person from India to receive Raman Magsaysay Award? Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Who was the first Chief Justice of India? Hirala J. Kania. Who was the first person of India who received Nobel Prize in Economics? Professor Amartya Sen. Who was the first Asian who received Nobel Prize in Literature? Sir Rabindranath Tagore. Who was the first Law Minister of India? B.R. Ambedkar. Who was the first President of India who died in his office? Zakir Hussain. Who was the first Lady President of India? Pratibha Patil. Who was the first President of India? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Who was the first Lady Prime Minister of India? Indira Gandhi. Who was the first Prime Minister of India? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru.